everybody. I think we're on. Are we on? Are we live here? Yes. Hello. Welcome to my first live stream in a very, very long time. It's so nice to see you here. Oh, Trevor's on, Matt's on. I know Lauren's watching too. Yeah. So wherever you're watching from, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, feel free to put some comments in there, say hi and connect with us. I'll explain in a minute a little bit more about how this all works and how you guys can influence the results of the game tonight. But first, I would like to introduce you guys to our featured guests, right? You guys are going to have some special players here representing you, helping you figure out what this magical, mysterious genre could possibly be, and they're waiting very patiently in the green room. So the first guest I'd like to bring up here is Marcus Bellringer Bell. He's an American music producer, singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist. He's collaborated with and developed some of the world's biggest superstars and brands. Credits include Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Snoop Dogg, Timbaland, Shalita Burke, Gala, a bunch of other names that I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce, so I'm going to let Marcus do that. He's worked with, companies like Netflix and Warner Brothers, EMI, and Universal Music. So, the list goes on. Beyond music, Marcus is a social media influencer, activist, best-selling author, and entrepreneur who has founded numerous initiatives, such as the recently launched 100 Days Impact Challenge, as well as the Wealth and Impact Academy. So, Marcus,
hello.
Welcome to the stage.
Thanks for inviting me to your stage.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. This event. Yeah, you're always up for like new and innovative and kind of interesting things that are outside of the box. So I thought you'd be a really great fit for this kind of event. So thank you for making time for this.
Any way I can support what you're doing. I'm a fan of Meghan's.
Oh, thank you, Marcus. Okay, so now the next friend we're going to bring in here, from both Hong Kong and Canada, is Tennyson King. He's a nomadic indie folk rock musician from Hong Kong and Canada, like I just said, sorry. During lockdowns, he released the singles Wild Rose and Garden of Truth in collaboration with guitarist Daniel Rougeau and Shawn Mendes, his bassist, Dave Haskett. The singles were supported by the Canada Council for the Arts and featured on CBCQ, SiriusXM North Americana, Stingray Music, as well as select college, commercial, and community radio stations across Canada. Tennyson was selected to participate in the 2020 Canadian Songwriter Challenge to work with Tara Lightfoot, Adrian X of Drake and the Weeknd fame, and Mo Berg of Pursuit of Happiness. So, welcome to the stage, Mr. Tennyson King.
Hi. How's it going?
Great. Yeah, no, this is really exciting. I believe you guys are both on the West Coast right now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you're at West.
Yeah,
right now?
I'm in Vancouver right now.
Oh, great.
Living the ocean mountain life,
Yes, it's lovely. I wish there were more mountains out here. I think we're spanning the entire continent right now. You guys are as far west as you can possibly go, and I'm as far east, other than Newfoundland.
Yeah.
As you can go. So like Tennyson, I met you a couple years ago at Canadian Music Week. I think we were standing in front of the Mentors Cafe.
Yeah,
something like that.
Trying to fight our way in to see some mentors.
Yes. and now here we are playing a game alongside one. Marcus is a really, really well-known mentor.
I love Canadian Music Week.
Yeah, right? So it's a fun time. I meet some of my favorite musicians at that festival and conference. I hope they're going to be able to do it in person again this year. Lockdowns and whatnot. All right. So thank you, Tennyson, for joining us as well.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Now, Kelly Lefebvre is one that many of you who are watching will know. She co-leads traditional French-Canadian family band Arico and is a violinist, singer-songwriter, and music teacher based in Penetanguishene, Ontario, Canada. She's a graduate of the University of Toronto's music program. She is currently a student at Wilfrid Laurier University, working towards her master's in music therapy. And she's wildly versatile with a fiddle. She can perform anything, like from classical to mariachi, and is a longtime creative collaborator of mine. And she actually performs on multiple tracks of my upcoming Elementals EP. She's also contributed to many other local, national, and international artists, such as Chloe Charles and Georgian Bay. Welcome to the live stream, Kelly.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much. This is kind of feeling like a bit of a family. Hello.
There
can you
we
hear
go.
me okay?
Now we can. There's a little bit
awesome.
of a lag there. I thought it was me.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited. I love playing games, and it just kind of feels like a bit of a family reunion in a sense, being here with you, Meghan, because we've known each other for several years. And yeah, just to be here to celebrate this new EP with you means so much. So thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it means a lot to have you here. You've been such a big contributor to even, its creation and my development as an artist, just by kind of like being there by my side through all of this. From day one, we met pretty early on when I first moved to Toronto. And yeah, it's like, every time we do something together musically, it always feels like magic. And I'm sure that won't be any different tonight. So before we dive into like the rules of the game and actually playing it, I do want to say hi to everyone who's watching at home.
We already have black metal.
Black metal, yes. Oh my goodness. There were
James Smith, you want to join my team?
My goodness, there were so many really funny genre suggestions on social media leading up to today. I wanted to create a whole list of them. Yeah, very creative. Like, definitely the people in this community have a pretty great sense of humor. And yeah, maybe part of what I'll do is I'll share some of those afterwards, after you guys wouldn't know what the real genre is. So yeah, like, hey Joanne, and Matt and Andrew's here too. James, Carl, the Matt, Valerie's here too. Oh, thank you, Erin, for posting in there. That reminds me. Yes, we have one more person to introduce here as well. We've got Erin the intern.
Hello.
I've got to stop calling you that.
It's okay. It kind of rhymes, so.
It does. It has a nice little ring to it, right?
Yes.
So Erin was interning with me over the past year. She graduated from Durham College in their music business program there, and was super generous and just offered out of the blue to help me do this. So, Erin, thank you so much for being on board and just always being awesome. And yeah, so if any of you guys are having any tech issues or whatever while we're doing this, she's going to be not trolling, but scrolling the forums, so to speak. And, she'll be looking out for any issues. You can also email her at events@meghanleblanc.com if you're having any issues there. And otherwise, Erin's going to be popping back in the background, but she'll be back again to say hello with a surprise towards the end. All right, see you later, Erin.
See you later. Enjoy.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, this is so exciting. Some of you, like Eric and Bert, I've known you guys on Twitter for a long time, but we've never actually engaged in real time like this before, because Twitter's pre-stat, it's not live, so unless you're connecting like this. So yeah, welcome you guys. It's so nice to meet you in sort of person. Great. Okay. So I suppose I should share with you guys the rules of the game, and we'll get the party started. All right. So the board game. Here it is. This is our board game. Behind those 10 cards is my musical genre. It's hiding behind there, and the players here, that's Kelly and Marcus and Tennyson, they're each going to take turns answering trivia questions in order to earn the right to flip over a card. Now, as you can see, the cards are overlapped, so even if you flip all of them over, you're never going to see completely what's behind everything because there is that overlap. So it makes it a little bit more challenging for you guys to figure out what the words are behind there. But I think that actually makes it a little bit more fun. And so there are 10 cards, so we'll have definitely 10 turns. And I have a few extra trivia questions here, just in case, we need a couple of extra. But once the cards are all flipped and the questions are all answered, that's it, game over. At that point, if you guys don't get the genre correct, then we do it again, maybe another time. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think you guys are going to be able to do this, especially with the help from people in the chat room at home. And if you guys do win, which means one of you announcing what the genre is, then everybody wins. And so we have prizes. We have a free download of music from everyone that has contributed. There's a song from Tennyson, a song from Marcus, and a song that Kelly and I both recorded together that you will get if we win. So, try and help your players out by by helping them get it right, so that you guys can win some free music at home. But then we also have another special prize, which is first I have to ask you guys a question. So Kelly, what word would you say either describes you or inspires you?
Community?
Community. Okay. Marcus, what is one word that you would say describes you or inspires you?
Unstoppable.
Yeah, I can see that. Tennyson, what is one word that you would say describes you or inspires you?
I'm going to say water.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind going surfing right now if I knew how. I really want to learn. Every time I see a surfboard, I'm like, I want to do that. Awesome. Okay, great. So hold on to those words in your mind, because whichever one of you ultimately declares it by it being your turn and you saying the correct answer, I am going to write an ode to you song. So a love song to Kelly, or a love song to Marcus, or a love song to Tennyson that must include the word community if it's Kelly, unstoppable if it's Marcus, or water if it's Tennyson.
Wow.
Very cool.
All right, we gotta win. Come on, social media crowd.
There's two
I'm looking
levels.
for the Norwegian black metal version of Unstoppable, sung by Meghaan.
Yeah, maybe I'll just do a mashup of all three, right? So yeah, there's two levels of gameplay here, right? There's like a collaborative everybody wins component to it, but then there's also a special if one of you guys wins component to it. So you guys will have a chance to work together, but you can also play your own individual game strategy at the same time if you want to. And likewise at home, if you would like to hear a song about Kelly with the word community in it, you might want to help her more, right? And if you want to hear a song about being unstoppable about Marcus, then you might want to help him more in the chat room. And if you want to hear a song about water, about Tennyson, you might want to help him more in the chat room. And if you're really devious, you might try to undermine their strategies so the people you don't want to win can't. But don't go too far, or maybe nobody wins and then nobody gets anything, and that's no fun, right? So there's a little bit of tension throughout the whole game. But play however you want to play. It's going to be fun. We are going to have some laughs. And for everyone at home, no matter who ends up declaring the genre, you guys will get updates, not like a lot, just like as we go, of how the progress of that song is going, and you'll also get obviously a free download of that as part of your prize once it's written and recorded. So extra wins for you. And then the third prize we have tonight is only for people who joined the guest list before the stream started. So you guys will be in a draw to win an online games night with me. It can be just you and me online playing board games or Among Us or Minecraft, or we'll figure that part out. Or it can be with your friends. If it's a group game, we can do a group version too. So all of those things you can only find out at the end, and if you're in that draw, you can only win it if you're here on the stream, right? So make sure you stay until the end. And the game shouldn't take too long. We're aiming to be wrapped up in about an hour. So we will then, I guess, get started with a sample. Here's a sample question of how this will look, you guys, so you can practice. Okay. This is one we used for our tech check. So maybe the question looks like, how many monkeys does Aaron have as pets? Silly question, right? But then you have your choice of A, being 2, B, 17, C, 0, or D, all of the monkeys. So let's say, Kelly, it's your turn to guess.
Okay.
What would you like to submit as your guess?
Well, I've only met Aaron very briefly in these last few minutes, but I'm going to guess D, all of them.
I love it. Right. So in this case, when we're on the game board here, we'll actually be showing this screen. You get to submit your guess. And in this case, if your answer is correct, we will flip back to the board game and we'll flip over a card. Otherwise, if it's not correct, you will get this notification. Oh. Try again. Right? Now, the try again means it's the next person in sequence. So if Kelly got it wrong, then we go to the next person order, which probably be Marcus. We'll do it based on whoever I see on the screen. So we'll just keep going through until someone gets it right or no one gets it right, and move on. Do we have any questions about how this is going to go? Marcus has a question. Okay.
So, is this going to be a genre that could be found on Spotify, or an unfound genre?
I didn't factor in that you guys might ask questions that would give away the answer. So how about let's park that one as a supplemental trivia question if you guys don't get it by the end of the questions I have already prepared for you. Does that sound fair?
Okay, I'll close Wikipedia now.
And also, are we allowed to ask the people watching for help? Is that like a ask the crowd option anytime we want? Like
Yes,
phone in help? Yeah. Okay.
absolutely.
You
Yeah,
can
and
text me at 551-233.
no, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely call a friend. And like if I'm really on top of things, I might offer up a suggestion that I think might help you from the chat room, like Matt here.
But you might be tricking us though, so we won't know.
It's true, I might be, but I'm really bad when it comes to these things.
I think Marcus is already phoning up a friend.
Oh, Aaron. Hey, Aaron.
Aaron, yes. No cheating, Aaron. Aaron knows the answer. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So I think you guys have got the hang of this. Bear with me. It's been a long time since I've streamed, so I might be a little slow with like turning things around. Aaron's got you covered. That's great. Yeah, but I think we'll get started and we'll see where we'll see where this goes. And yeah, I think let the games begin. Here we go. Okay, so first trivia question. Which one will I pick? Just picking at random. Here we go. Which player lived in a van for a year in Australia? And this question is going to Kelly.
Oh. All right. I'm going to take a wild guess here, and I'm going to say D, Tennyson.
That was a wild guess, and it was correct. Well done. So now, let me turn that one off here. Oh, there we go. Here we go. All right. We have the game board. Kelly, which card would you like to flip over?
Well, Tennyson was saying earlier water is something that connects with him. So I'm going to go ahead and select the raindrop, please.
Raindrop for 400. Now, it's going to flash pretty quickly. So you got to pay really close attention to what you see. And it may not be a full letter, okay? Here we go. Ready?
Ready.
Did it flip over? No. Am I on the right side? Hold on. There we go.
Okay.
Did you capture that?
I did.
Okay, great. So now you guys all deliberate together about what you think the genre is. Submit a guess on each turn. You might as well, because you only get so many of them. But Kelly, you're the one that ultimately has to tell me what answer you're submitting before we move on to the next question. So
wow.
The floor is open to you three. And the chat room.
Any of us can make a guess now.
No, you guys. Well, you guys can suss it out. But Tennyson, you might be playing strategically, and maybe you don't want Kelly to get it, so you're gonna make a suggestion that maybe isn't real, or maybe you're just playing collaboratively. Maybe you want everyone to win, and you're playing for real. So that's part of the mystery.
Okay. BE, that's tough.
Mm-hmm. I also see someone in the chat, Joanne, said BE and something that like the beginning of another letter, which I agree. Because at first I was like, oh, is it an I? But I don't know. It could have been like an N or an M. Make a guess. Ooh. Oh, Trevor's got a good suggestion there. Vibes.
Vibes.
I love that. Oh, could be an R. Interesting. Thanks, Sean. I love these clues. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't have an idea. I don't have an idea yet. I feel like I need more clues.
Can I ask one more question? So is the writing behind the card, is that like in order, or is it like is it scrambled words?
Who knows? We'll save that as an extra question for the end too.
Okay,
if you guys are
okay.
really stuck. So Kelly, don't worry. Like at this stage, it's very early. It will become easier, like you said, as you get more clues. So I recommend just submitting any old guess.
Okay. I'm gonna say good vibes.
Good vibes, as per Trevor. I'm sorry, that's not the correct answer. Okay, great. So we're going to move on to the next question. Which one will I pick? And Tennyson, it's your turn this time.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with. Okay. Who punched jazz legend Dizzy Gillespie in the stomach? Was it A, Meghan, B, Kelly, C, Tennyson, or D, Marcus?
In the stomach.
What?
Well, I feel like by Kelly's reaction, she's either
She
really good at
trying to
acting,
fool you.
and Marcus has also got a super calm look to his face that maybe he would have been the one to do it. And I don't think you've ever told me. I feel like you would have told me a story like that, Meghan. That's pretty. I'm gonna say D, Marcus.
Oh, you guys are so good.
Oh, that. You gotta tell you. I think we need a minute to hear that story.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to talk about your Australia story. We'll rewind. But yes, in the moment, Marcus, what happened? Why did you punch Dizzy Gillespie in the stomach?
Okay. So what happened? So I must have been about 4 or 5 years old. And I was backstage. My parents took me backstage to this Dizzy Gillespie concert. And I was into karate and all that. So I'm in the backstage doing whatever, some karate moves and all of that. And Dizzy Gillespie looks at me and said, "Hey kid, you think you're tough?" And I was like, so I look at my dad. He's like, "Come here, kid." So I'll go over to Dizzy Gillespie. He's like, "If you're so tough, punch me in the stomach." And then he did this. And I'm looking at my dad and I'm like, what is going on here? And my dad said, and so I said, and Dizzy said, so, which speaks to how wonderful a human being he was and playful and all of that. And so, yeah, that's my Dizzy Gillespie punch Dizzy Gillespie in the stomach story.
So Marcus, was that the moment that you decided you were unstoppable?
That was the moment I decided I wanted to play the trumpet.
Ah!
That's the power of moments like that and connection and humanity like that, right? It creates inspiration. So now I want to be like Dizzy Gillespie, right? I want to be cool like that. I want to have my cheeks go like that. So of course they had to get me a trumpet.
And you've been playing it ever since.
Kind of. It's somewhere.
It's like my oboe. I have it
Yeah.
over there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Rusted.
I hope mine's not rusted.
No.
Moldy or something. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I do want to play it again.
Rest in peace, Dizzy.
Yes, rest in peace, Dizzy.
Do I get to guess the genre?
You do, and before we do that, I do want to circle back because I feel like I shortchanged Tennyson there.
Yeah, I want to hear the Live in a Van in Australia, Tenzin.
Oh.
What was that like?
It's pretty much exactly like it sounds, you know. I just I went to Australia to start playing music, to tour for a year, and I just wanted to be free, you know. And I picked up this really old 1991 Toyota Hiace, this van from these two hippie backpackers when I first landed in Australia, and I think I spent just like $2,000 on it, and it had like a bed in the back. It had just everything you need to live in. So I just lived in that van for the year, drove around the country playing music as much as I could, and slept by the ocean every night, and it was great. One of the best experiences ever. I would do it again. Because I would just buy a better van, because that van was kind of shitty at the end, and it broke down a bunch. And I ended up spending way too much money trying to fix it. And I was late for a few gigs. I would have to roll in sometimes in neutral, just on time. But, it's all a part of the adventure.
Right. I suppose there aren't too many artists out there who are both musicians and mechanics who can take care of that on the fly. I do have a question for you. Would you say the bed in your travel van was more or less comfortable than a futon?
Oh, it was more comfortable. I had a really nice. They had a really nice queen, double queen size bed, just jammed right in the back, and it was carpeted on the sides, and we had lights in it. It was super cozy.
Oh, that's awesome! I would not have expected that. Well, at least you got to sleep well, even if you couldn't move, right?
For sure, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, thank you guys for sharing your stories. This is fun. I'm learning so much more about you guys just by asking these questions.
Yeah, we got to hear a story from Kelly now.
Oh yeah. But I'm on to you. I'm not just gonna pick a Kelly question so you can get it right. I may be gullible, but I'm not that gullible. Here we go. Okay. All right. So, Marcus, it is your turn to pick a card, any card.
I'd like to pick the card with the blowing in the wind. I like these cards. These cards are especially with the Dizzy Gillespie story.
Yeah.
I want that one.
I couldn't have planned that more perfectly. This is great. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. Blowing in the wind, the Dizzy card. Ready? Ready? It's only going to last for a second. Here we go. What could it be? I'll leave the board up so you guys can visualize while you deliberate.
OT. Or at least that's what I saw.
Yeah, that messes up my guess. OT.
OT.
Oh, good to see you too, baby Melody.
Yes, Viviana's here. While they're deliberating, hello, Adam. I'm glad you're able to join us. We got Joanne's been participating. Thank you. Viviana's here. Britt's here too. Giselle's here. Yay, Giselle. So many people. This is exciting. Thank you guys. If you guys are watching at home and you have some guesses about what the genres might be, type them in the chat and I'll put them up so that it can help the players. Another Adam.
Yeah, this is hard. OT. Especially if we don't know if it's in order or not. I don't know.
Yes, you don't know if it's in order or not. Okay, I'll give you one. That's fair. It's in order. It's in order.
Oh, that's worse.
Sean has a question. Will the new genres still involve cupcakes at shows? For those of you who don't know, I did, and I guess still do, have a long-standing tradition of baking cupcakes and bringing them to my shows for people who come out to the live shows. So I think the answer is definitely yes, but now they'll be like flavored or decorated in a more genre-specific way. But you won't have to crack one open to figure out what my genre is. You guys you're gonna discover that tonight. Oh, Joanne has a suggestion.
Goat.
We'll take what we can get at this stage, Joanne. Thank you.
Oh, these are really creative options. I like it.
Yeah, Trevor is now expanding on his. Nice deathbed of cupcakes. That's right.
Otter rock. Oh no, there's a BE.
It could be Otter Rock. Who knows, right? Yeah. Hotcakes vibes. Where Trevor's now expanding on the vibes theme from earlier. Marcus, what do you think?
You messed me up when you said it was in order. I was thinking folk bluegrass, but the OT. OT messed me up right there. Folk techno.
Is that your final answer?
Folk techno. Oh man, the BE just messed me up. The folk techno. Antebellum.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, okay. Folk techno antebellum. There we go. Let's go. Roll the dice.
Let's see. Folk techno antebellum. Drum roll, please. Is not the right answer, but I don't think you guys are surprised by that.
I mean, I'd look forward to that type of music. If that was
right? If it's not already a genre, maybe we should create it.
Yeah, it's a good brainstorming session too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There, you guys are welcome at home to run with these. Start the next trend in the music space. Okay.
I didn't say folk. I said faux techno. Faux.
Techno. Like FAUX?
Like FO techno.
Faux techno.
Techno.
Like faux show. Faux techno. Annabelle. It's a thing, right? It's a thing. Okay, here we go. This one is for tennis answer this time, right?
No, I
Okay.
answered the last one.
And I gave it to
last
guess?
question.
Oh no, I did it backwards. Okay,
Oh, it's
sorry about
okay.
that.
We
We'll
can do a
fix that.
do-over.
Marcus,
I think
tricked
we should
me.
get another card reveal.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you, Tenzin.
My mind is too open to you as I trust you too much. I'm like taking in these suggestions and running with it. It's like, those aren't the rules. Okay, Marcus, you tricked me because Tennyson got it, and then you were like, does that mean I get to the card? Oh my. Okay, great. I'm going to do it correctly this time. Marcus, you have to answer the question correctly, but whether or not you get it correct to make up for my lack of integrity, Tennyson, you're actually going to get to flip a card.
Okay.
Okay.
Pick a good one, Tenzin. Pick a good one.
Okay, here we go. Which player went to 3 high schools at the same time in 2 different cities? Was it Tennyson, B. Kelly, C. Marcus, or D. Meghan?
I'm supposed to guess this?
Yes. Yep.
That's a tough one right there. Let me see.
I really should have planned this a
smart.
little better.
I mean, 3 high schools, Kelly, you look real smart. I'm just saying.
It's the glasses.
I gotta say,
you can guess yourself. You are listed there.
I gotta say, C. Marcus.
That is the correct answer.
Okay, Tenzin, take a good one.
Not so fast, Marcus. First, you have to tell us about why in the world did you attend 3 high schools at the same time, let alone in 2 cities?
See what happened. Well, so okay. I hear some funky
There's
music.
some music, yeah.
Ooh.
In the background there.
Okay.
Is that us? Oh no,
Okay.
it's the ambient track. I apologize.
I was in Portsmouth, Virginia. I was born in Norfolk, Virginia. And so one high school had advanced placement courses, like for college stuff. So I went there in the morning. And then I got transported until I was able to drive. From that high school, that was Churchland High School, which was predominantly white high school, to the predominantly African American high school, which I was the student government president of, which is IC Norcom High School, which I got credited for graduating, and a long history of people graduating from that. So Missy Elliott went to Norcom, and anyway, Ruth Brown and a whole bunch of greats went to Norcom. And then I got transported from there to Norfolk, to the magnet school.
What's the magnet school?
Music magnet school. A music magnet high school. So, yes, that's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. Was it hard to like juggle homework and tests for 3 schools at the same time?
You know, I was very, very fortunate that I had a lot of support, growing up, and I don't know, I was easy with quizzes, but not so much today.
Well, you seem to be doing pretty good with this one. In fact, because I messed up twice in a row and I gave you your own question, you're gonna have to answer a second one before Tennyson flips the card to make up for that.
Can we get 2 card flips though? I mean,
no, 1 card flip. Okay, here's one that hopefully none of you guys will be able to like get too quickly. Have some suspense. What is an elemental? A, an earthly element. B, the smallest part of an atom. C, a mythical being. Or D, someone with superhuman mental abilities. What do you think, Marcus?
Elemental. Can I get some help from the social media world? Is that?
Oh, yes, absolutely. For sure.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Okay, great. Yeah, come on. Can I get some help from the social media, my social media friends that are populating the chat? Let's see.
So far, someone else knows about magnet schools. Catherine knows what they are. That's
okay,
pretty cool.
Catherine.
I didn't know what those are.
Does someone know what elemental is?
No, but Viviani's really enjoying the game.
Supernatural being, Sean's guess.
Matt Messmore, no way! Hi! It's Indiana Matt.
Okay, Matt came with the what is not. I love that, Matt. Thank you. I think there's some statistics on tests. It's not
Matt
part of
Gerber, the Matts are really pulling for you here, Marcus. Matt says it's not part of an atom.
Okay, Matt. Okay.
Sean says it's a supernatural being. Well, that's not even an answer. That's a combination.
Well, Sean and Matt, they kind of go together. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you know what? Okay, can I see that list again? Megan, please.
Yes. Yeah.
I am going to select the not an A or B or D. The Sean that says it's a C. When in doubt, that's right. That's how I passed on all those tests. Hey.
Oh, that's so perfect. Well, it just happens that that is the correct answer, and they're both. Ring the bell ringer. Do you want to show them your bell? This is not a sound effect. He actually has a bell that he carries with him.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, an elemental is both a mythical being and supernatural in the sense that like even like renowned scientists like Paracelsus claim to be able to see them back in the day. And they're these creatures that live among us in the elements, like in the water, Tennyson, in fire, in the earth, in the air, in the ether. And apparently it's even possible to marry them. I don't know, but I came across this when I was trying to decide on a title for this EP that's coming up. And I noticed that there was a theme between all these songs, like, oh, they'll have like a different type of natural element to them, and it was like, it just hit me. It was like elementals. Yes, they all have like different spirits, and I was like, I bet no one's used that word before. Trying to be super clever, right? So I'm like, Google elementals, and then all this stuff showed up, and it's like, wow, no, this is actually. And I thought that was so much fun.
Is it a TV show too?
I don't know if it's a TV show, but there's definitely like graphic novels and comics and stuff like that, and like old documents, about this kind of stuff. And yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah, like sort of like some religion and culture and fiction and all of it together. And I thought, what a fantastic, thing, like play around with this release. So you guys can expect to have different, element themed cupcakes coming out at the parties and different things and that I'm coming up with. So if you guys have any ideas of anything like that you would like to see be part of this release, let me know. Because I'd love to incorporate the stuff that you guys find fun.
I think Meghaan has made up a genre.
Elementals is a genre. Or making it up and just trying to delay you guys discovering that. Okay, Tennyson. Back to the game board. You get to pick this time for real. Which card would you like to flip over?
Gotta turn your mic on, Tennyson.
Oh, sorry, that was me. I muted him.
Meghan muted me.
So impressive.
All right, I'm gonna go with the sun card.
The sun that evaporates water. Are you sure you want to go with that one?
Yes, because I want to figure out the first two letters.
Solid strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Don't blink.
No, sorry, not a drum roll. You
Don't blink.
Yet. Don't blink. Yes.
Oh.
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 Huh.
What do you guys think?
So we got ROT and then BE eventually. What do you guys think in the audience?
Joanne thinks Root might be in there.
Was there two? Do you think that was two O's or was that O attached to?
You're getting lots of support for Root out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Root would make sense. Roots would make sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is a consensus.
Mm-hmm.
Roots.
That BE is the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer that, Joanne, because it would be unethical of me, but the players can.
Roots.
Definitely there was the letters O and T behind the wind one. But I was thinking that there wasn't two O's, like it was like R-O-T.
That's what I was thinking too. I thought that O was the same O from the behind the wind.
Root beer. Could be a genre.
But I can't think of any genre that would start with R-O-T.
Yeah.
So Root's kind of making sense to me, but that's my...
Yeah, I think so too. I think that would be the safe way to go. Roots.
Sean thinks it's
the characters are like, I don't think reggae would fit. So
we have several people now suggesting rot.
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 There's that.
Gosh.
That's close. That's like the black metal or the death metal.
You haven't heard that before? Rot gut? Sounds good.
Okay.
In Norwegian.
I'm gonna make a guess and say it's. I'm gonna say Roots and Beyond.
Roots and Beyond is your final answer?
Yes.
Drum roll, please. I'm sorry, that is not the correct answer. Okay, on to the next question. Here we go. So I think we're back to Kelly now, is that right?
I think so.
Okay, Kelly, what's a good question for Kelly? Here we go. Who has gone scuba diving with sharks?
Ooh.
Marcus, Tennyson, Meghan, or Kelly?
Okay. Well, I know that Tennyson spent some time in Australia. And that's a lot of oceanfront sort of vibes. So I'm going to go ahead and go with B, Tennyson.
Well, this is a trick question because there's actually two of us who have gone swimming with sharks, scuba diving with sharks. Oh, actually, that's not entirely correct. I've gone scuba diving, but I went snorkeling with sharks. Slight difference. So yes, your answer is correct, and there's a twist.
Oh, very cool.
So Tennyson, when you're scuba diving with sharks, like, were you able to get like right up next to them, or like is it like deep sea shark, or is it like top of the water shark?
Yeah, I've done a bunch of them. I've done but like within 10 meters of the ocean with great whites, and then I've also done like 20 meters down in the ocean with bull sharks and just normal reef sharks and normal gray nurse sharks. But you don't really swim up to them. They kind of swim up to you. They're the alpha underwater, so they kind of make the decision of how close they want to get to you. And but they're really friendly. They usually just kind of swim beside you, or they swim right up to you, and then they kind of turn right before they make it seem like they're gonna run into you, but then they're gonna turn right away. So, but beautiful creatures. I love them so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a similar experience. I don't remember the name of the sharks that we were swimming with. I do definitely recall accidentally kicking one. And it didn't bite me.
Yeah.
So
that's a good sign.
Came up behind me, and my flipper just went thud on something really hard, and I was like, oh. Live to tell the tale. We're still here. So Tennyson, Kelly, we actually finished a round correctly this time. So now you get to pick a card to flip over. Which one would you like to see?
Well, because I'm finding this so hard, I'm going to go with what I think might be the easiest kind of strategy. So I'm going to go ahead with the 2 music notes, please.
2 music notes. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yes.
What could it be?
Oh. Okay, so that looked like a CH to me. And later on we had a VE, which makes me think of the word chamber. I don't know why, but I'm going to go ahead with a guess. Okay, let me see it in the chat. Actually, let me see in the chat, because people have really good ideas in the chat. But I have to say, the word chamber somehow comes to mind, like chamber music. Any thoughts for the folks that are watching?
I'm not seeing any suggestions in the chat.
Oh.
So you might be stuck with stuck with Marcus and Tennyson. Oh, Alyssa's here too with Harrison. Alyssa can't give you guys clues because she played a different version of this game and she's already solved it.
Oh, okay.
Chamber seems to make sense. That's
okay.
Because BE was where the watermark was, right? So it would be enough to have an AM in there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Joanne agrees.
But then the question is there enough? Because after chamber is just, are you thinking like chamber music? The word music would be where the earth.
Possibly.
And Okay.
Chamber music, maybe. Okay, thank you for your input.
It's not long enough for music, though, is it?
Yeah, and then it's too long to just be ER. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the closest I feel like we've gotten.
I'll just take a wild guess. I'm going to say my guess for the genre is roots and chamber music.
Roots and chamber music is your final answer?
Yes.
Drum roll, please. It's more fun, you guys, if you both do it with Kelly.
I was doing it.
Oh, you were? I didn't see it.
Kelly was just a lot louder, so it overpowered.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not doing it. I have my bell.
One more time. Showing up. Is not the correct answer. I'm sorry. Back to the game board. Okay, so now I think it's Tennyson's turn again. Chamberlain. Right.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, technical support. You know what would be great, Evan? It's my brother here in the room. You can play the drum because I have to click the button. No? Okay. Yes? I'll put it here if you feel so inspired. An actual drum for the drum roll. Okay, great. So Tennyson.
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Which player attempted to rugby tackle the guitarist on tour, and were they successful? Two-part question. Was it A, Kelly, B, Marcus, C, Meghan, or D, Tennyson?
Was this tackle on stage during a show, or was it, or we don't know?
We won't know until we know who did it. I saw what you did there, though. Try to give clues away.
Well, I mean, Marcus has already punched someone.
It's a pretty violent group here.
I'm not a violent person, okay? I love human beings.
I'm going to say rugby tackle. I'm going to say it was C, Meghan.
C, Meghan is the correct answer. It was a two-part question. Was I successful at it? No. No, I was not. Which was shameful because I did play rugby for one season. I was a winger. But I didn't really, Ellen got it. I wasn't I was good at running. I could run with the ball, but I was terrible at tackling. I actually ended up in the emergency room because I tried to tackle someone and they ended up on top of me instead of them on the ground. Our whole team that season that actually ended up having to, we made it to like the finals in the series, but we couldn't actually play because half of our team was injured. Some people had like cleat marks on their face. I had bruised ribs. It's a mess. But I must say it was definitely a character building experience.
My daughter is not playing rugby.
No. My figure skating coach was not very happy about this. I was also a competitive skater, so it didn't bode well for those two things happening at the same time. Okay, so good job, Tennyson. Which card would you like to flip over this round?
I'm gonna go with the snowflake.
Snowflake, frozen water. Okay, here we go.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, there we go.
Are you guys able to?
So it's definitely it's got to be chamber or what else?
Yeah, I agree. It's got to be something with chamber or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because cham. There's nothing CHAMB. Yeah, ambient would be good, but there's a C. There's definitely a C at the beginning.
Yeah.
Chambient.
Cam is suggesting a combination here.
Ooh,
chamber
like
pop. That's really good.
I like that.
And that Cam knows a lot of genres because he runs a karaoke show, so he hears tons of different music. Just saying.
Root. That's a really good. You know what? I'm gonna hop on that guess, and I'm gonna say root, or maybe roots with an roots rock chamber pop.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Let me cue this up correctly.
Cue up the wrong.
Wrong or right, I still have to cue it up. I'm just a little slow here. Okay, what I am missing is a drum roll, you guys. I'm sorry, that is not the correct answer.
So close.
Mischievous.
We're getting close, guys. We're almost there.
Chamber pop. I like the chamber pop thing there.
Yeah, I think that could be it, because music seemed like too long of a word, so pop can maybe fit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
Okay, you guys are you're getting further anyway. I don't know if you're getting closer, but you're getting further in the direction of completing this game.
Need to turn some more cards.
That's right. Okay, so that was Kelly or Tennyson?
That was me. That was mine. My guess.
So now it's Marcus's turn, right? It's been a while. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So, Marcus, who is Meghan's father's favorite daughter? A. Meghan. B. Marcus. C. Kelly. Or D. Oh, sorry. I put Kelly choice in.
C.
Evan's voting for Kelly.
Hi, Evan.
I'm not. I wasn't even for sure good enough to make the cut as the daughter.
Dad's not fussy.
Ooh, that's really a tough one.
I won't be offended if you say Kelly.
Meghan.
Is that your answer?
That would be my answer.
You are incorrect. Kelly is actually my father's favorite daughter. Now, hold the phone. This is an inside joke between Kelly and my family because we have a funny sense of humor, and while on tour, Kelly stayed with us in Nova Scotia, and one day she set the table without being asked to do it. And my dad just declared, "Kelly, you are my favorite daughter." And it's just stuck ever since. But don't worry, I know I'm actually his real favorite daughter because I'm his only daughter, and even if I wasn't his daughter, he'd still love me. So
do I get that or not? I mean, you know.
No, technically, okay, we'll give it to you.
All right.
In the interest of time. Because that was a bit of a trick question.
Two Kellys.
Harrison's wondering why it's not him. Has my dad even met you, Harrison? You may have in Toronto, maybe. I'm not sure. Yes. Okay. Which reminds me, we are running a little bit late. So as a matter of integrity, are you guys okay if we keep going? We are getting pretty close to solving this. So if you guys are okay to keep going, I think we should keep going. What do you think?
I think so.
And if you have to go, it's okay. We will continue on and solve it. But I don't want you to feel pressured to stay if you can't.
I have a 6:30, but that's
okay.
That's my only.
All right. We are officially in lightning round.
But we're gonna do this. We're gonna win this. Come on, social media, folks.
Go team.
Come on,
We
let's
can do it.
this.
Let's pick the next card. You got it, Marcus.
Okay. Okay. Let me get that flower.
The flower. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Hold up. All right. Oh. On the wrong slide. Sorry.
Don't blink.
What could it be?
Wow.
VAL.
Matt says, keep going. We've got this. Thank you, Henry. It's exciting, right? And congrats on your multiple awards with your recent song, Henry. That's amazing news.
Maybe the sun and the girl blowing, or the person blowing, maybe that was a ROT, and then it's something Ron and something with a vowel ending. Maybe. I don't know.
What about the word medieval?
Ooh, Henry's thinking it might be medieval too.
Oh, okay.
Valerie thinks it may be her. That's funny.
That would be cool. Medieval chamber something.
Pop.
Yeah, medieval chamber
medieval
pop.
chamber pop. But that doesn't capture the R though.
Maybe it's still roots. Roots and medieval chamber pop.
We have a couple of suggestions here that have roots in them.
Oh, Roots Revival, yeah.
Oh, okay, I like that. Roots
Cam's
Revival
really
chamber pop.
Ellen's thinking maybe something along the lines of that too.
Yeah, I like that. Roots Revival.
Trevor as well. Oh, we have another suggestion, another possibility from Joanne. Maybe root medieval chamber pop. It's possible. Maybe medieval folk pop. Oh, hi, Lauren. Sorry. Aaron thinks you guys are all doing a great job. By the way. Trevor is agreeing with revival. You guys have so much data to work with now.
Revival, I guess, would make a little bit more sense than medieval chamber, or like Roots Revival, Roots Medieval. Yeah. I think you should go for a guess, Marcus, and then if not, we'll get closer to the next card.
I'll say root revival chamber pop.
Final answer?
That's my answer.
Drum roll, please.
I'm sticking to it.
I'm sorry, that is not the correct answer. But I will give you a clue. You are very close. The difference is minute. Okay, so this might be the last question of the whole night. So brace yourselves, everybody. Here we go. I think that means we're coming back to Kelly. Is that right?
I think so.
I think so. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this a wild card to make it even more intense. Okay, so I'm going to have to pick one that doesn't talk about Kelly to make that fair. Here we go. This way you all have a fair shot. The person who shouts out the answer correctly first will get to flip the possibly final card and have the chance to submit and declare the genre and win the Ode to Them song. Okay? Here we go.
Okay.
All right. What is Meghan's tradition when traveling to a new country? A, headstands on the beach. B, busking on the streets. C, eating local chocolate. Or D, going for a run?
I'm going to go ahead and guess C, eat local chocolate.
Incorrect. Marcus or Tennyson, what do you think?
Bus on the street.
Incorrect, Tennyson.
Heads-
You got pretty
head-
good odds now.
Headstands on the beach.
You all got it wrong.
I meant go for a run. I just
I meant that too.
Okay, so none of you got that right. So
Next question.
next question. Okay, we're going to go with. Okay. Since Kelly, or no, okay. There isn't really a way to make this fair, so it's just, how am I gonna do this?
It doesn't have to be fair. We should be able to win.
Dilemma.
I do have one more question, but it involves one of you guys. So rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to answer it. Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, rock, paper, scissors. What have you guys got? 2 scissors and a rock? Marcus, okay, this is your question. Here we go. So, which of our players has performed on stage with Ed Sheeran? Was it A, Marcus, B, Kelly, C, Meghan, or D, Tennyson?
Tennyson.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry. So let's go to
I meant Kelly.
We do have some more questions here. So rock, paper, scissors for the next question. We're gonna run out of questions soon. Okay, ready? But first, it was Kelly. So Kelly, what was that like? What was it like being on stage with Ed Sheeran?
It was cool. It was cool. It was the Much Music Video Awards in Toronto a couple of years back. Like many years back now. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ed Sheeran, so I get all excited knowing that. 1 degree of separation. Okay, great. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. What do you guys got? Oh, I guess rock hits the scissors, paper covers the rock, but it's kind of, okay, we gotta do it again. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, Kelly wins. Okay. Here we go. There's only one question left, so this is officially the last round. And Kelly, if you don't get this, actually, that's not true. There's two questions, but it will be the last one because you're gonna know the answer to both. Who got a hole-in-one the first time they played golf? Was it Kelly, Meghan, Tennyson, or Marcus?
The answer is A, Kelly.
It was Kelly. Well done. So, how did you manage to pull that off?
I have no idea because I was terrible the whole rest of the thing. It was total fluke. But I'll never play again because I'll never be able to beat that. I don't think ever.
You quit while you're ahead, right?
Exactly.
At the height of your career. Okay, so which card do you want to knock this out of the range with?
Go with the peace sign, please.
Peace? The yin yang?
Yeah, the yin yang. I don't know why I call that a peace sign, but
it is very peaceful. Sorry, I was like having a little moment there. I was like, did I mess it up? Okay, ready?
Ready.
That may have given you your missing clue.
Aha. Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a guess. But if anybody in the audience wants to kind of give any suggestions.
Let's see. Oh, there's so many. Sorry to catch up with her. Where have we got? Oh.
I think we just missed the S last
I
time.
think
Yeah.
you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah,
So I
didn't,
think
I didn't think Megan would be so particular about.
I know, right?
Marcus knows how particular I am about details.
All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and say Roots Revival Chamber Pop is the genre of Elementals EP by Meghan.
And that's your final answer?
Final answer.
Potentially the last drum roll of the night. Let's make it the loudest. I can't do it at the same time. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Ta-da!
Very cool.
Ring that bell. You guys got it. Awesome. Well done. Yes. Roots Revival Chamber Pop. Like, what in the world does that mean? Well, to summarize it, I guess, in a few breaths, this ties in like over 150 of my influences into 4 words. Pulling from like roots captures like, traditional folk, contemporary folk, soul, world, all that kind of stuff. The revival part brings in more like the contemporary elements of that. The chamber part brings in like the classical background that I have. I did play the oboe there for a little while and a little bit of piano sort of. But it's also like made for, rooms that you can perform this stuff in a room. Like you can do house concerts, right? But you can also make it big and put it electric on stage too. And then, that's kind of where pop comes in as well. Like chamber pop together tends to be very kind of eclectic, experimental, brings in somewhere like the psychedelic and classical, but pop hooky kind of vibe to things. And so we've got like all of it captured there. So like, I'm so excited to now be able to say like, whoo, I know exactly what my genre is, because before I used to be like, I think it's kind of like folky poppy, or, I think it's sort of like alternative, because I do have a lot of a rock background too. Those of you who've been following me through my musical journey know I started off as an alt rocker and have taken a very different kind of more experimental journey. Yeah, so now I can officially say, and we can all say it together, I am a Roots Revival chamber pop artist. Huzzah, Val!
How about the first Roots Revival chamber pop artist?
That may be true. We may be making history here, guys and gals.
I would say so.
It's good to be the first.
I am officially exposed with my genre now. Nothing hidden anymore. Yeah, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Like, I feel like I now have an artist identity. So thank you guys for celebrating this with me. And like, while I I have gained this kind of like sense of belonging in the music world. You guys have earned and won a bunch of new free music, which I am going to go over to the button and change it now while we're live on the stream. Because right now, if you go to the page, Erin, can you put in the chat there the page for everyone to go to so they can download their prizes if they don't already have it? Don't worry if it takes a second. She'll put them in all the different feeds. Yeah, right now it's locked, so you can click the button, but you can't get it. So now, right now, live right now, I am locking the button. You guys have unlocked the button. I'm just going to verify that it is actually live now. Let's see. In fact, I could, yeah, here we go. I'll share the screen here so that you guys, or no, because we only have 3 minutes. If it's not live, don't worry, I'll catch it. Someone will shout at me and we'll fix it, but the button will work if it doesn't work now. You can go download your 3 songs that we've all put up there. Now, before Marcus goes, I do want to announce, who was it Marcus? Did you announce Roots Revival Chamber Pop, or was it Kelly?
Kelly.
I think
It was
Kelly. Yeah, Kelly got the S.
Yeah, I was
Amazing.
very much
I
in
was
the
missing the
details.
S.
So close.
Missing a detail.
Yes. Awesome. So that means, Kelly, you are the winner of the ode. So, Kelly, I'm going to write an ode to Kelly, including the word community in it.
Oh my
A
goodness.
love song for Kelly, my father's favorite daughter. And so you guys all can expect, if you want to be in on the journey of creating that and receiving it, just make sure you go to the event page and add yourself to the guest list, so that you can get the communications about that, because I'll only be sending it to people who registered for this event. No one else is getting that. Even if you can register after, that's okay, as long as you register. And then the last thing we have to do tonight is bring up Aaron here to announce who is winning the online games night with Megan. And Marcus, if you have to jet before we call this, thank you so much for being part of this. You're awesome. You're amazing. You're creating so much good in this world. Everyone go check out 100 Days Impact Challenge and the LinkedIn Wealth and Impact Bootcamp. It's got all kinds of things going on there that'll rock your world.
Megan, congratulations. It's great to meet you, Tenzin and Kelly, and good to see you again, Aaron. Much love, everybody.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Marcus.
Social Media World, for helping us out.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Great. Okay, so everybody else stick around. We're almost there. This is the last thing that's left to do. Okay, so Aaron, I believe you have a bucket or a hat or something. Yes, okay, great. Filled with all of the names of people who registered before the party started. So would you do us the honors of pulling at random the winner of the online games night? Who am I going to be playing with?
Okay, I'm closing my eyes so I'm not cheating. And I'm
Okay.
looking away. This person. Heather Hill, are you here?
Heather Hill, unfortunately, if she doesn't show up in the chat room, I believe she might not be able to make it. She said she might not be able to. Heather, are you there? It would be so much fun to play games with you. I don't think she is, but if she is, you've got like 10 seconds, because it has to be someone who's live to win this. We'll count down 10, 9. If you're there, put something in a chat room. 8, 7, or text me. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Evan wins.
Evan,
Yay.
no, you don't win by default.
What?
But he did make a request for some music, so I'll put his ambient music back on here. Spice things up a little. Mystery, intrigue. Who's our party winner?
Donald Kwan.
Donald Kwan, are you live with us? Or I didn't see his name in the chat, but that doesn't mean he's not here. Donald, you've got 10 seconds to post in the chat room. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, moving on. So for you guys who are wondering, like, why are these people like not here? I did give people the option to sign up to get the replay. So if let's say if we get to 5 people and we still haven't like got someone who's live and who've all requested replays, I'm just gonna pick someone from the chat room who I know registered in advance, and Erin has the list in front of her, so she can verify that that they were registered ahead of time. So that's fair. Okay. Try number 3, Erin.
I apologize. I'm going to butcher this. So sorry. Napoleon Heatherson.
Oh, Napoleon from Instagram. Napoleon, are you watching? If you are, please type in the chat room This game is just as intense, isn't it, Matt? You got 10 seconds, otherwise we're moving on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on. Okay, number 4. Lucky number 4. Lucky number 4.
Okay. Damien Osborne.
Damien! You're usually on live streams. Are you here tonight? And you do love games. Damien is one of like the first people that connected with me to collaborate when I moved to Toronto, and has been like on pretty much every live stream I've ever done. Damien, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Muggle Effects, are you here? Are you with us? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm gonna put this out there. If for some reason, you guys are writing back and I'm just not getting it, message me after the show and we'll work something out, okay? We'll do good by you, because it's possible that Restream's just not pulling it in. Okay. Actually, we're just gonna cut instead of going, because I know everybody else has to get going. So I'm just gonna actually say Kelly and Tennyson. Actually, Kelly, you win the song, so Tennyson, you get to choose who is the most helpful in the chat room today, and we'll verify if they were registered ahead of time.
Oh, I get to choose who's the most helpful?
Yeah, who gave you the most?
I forget the name of them though. There
Okay.
was some people who was giving me suggestions.
I'll pull up a few here that
Who came up with somebody pretty much came up with the answer, the revival. Somebody said root revival.
So I'll pull up the first person who said that, which, Catherine said Roots Revival Barbershop. That's funny. We had Roots Revival Chamber Rock. That was pretty close.
Yeah.
We had Roots Revival Chamber Pop. The first person to say that was Joanne.
which is pretty much the answer.
That was the answer, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Joanne then and give her the credit for actually solving it before we even did.
All right,
I can second that. Absolutely.
Give it to Joanne.
And I know that she registered because she was one of the first people to register. So well-deserved win, Joanne. You and I are going to play an online game tonight. We'll connect afterwards to get set up for that. You can pick the game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, so much. Thank you, Tennyson and Kelly and Aaron and Evan and everybody at home. This has been such a wonderful re-entry into the world of music after kind of being radio silent there for a little while. Yeah, this has been really special, and I'm so glad to have been able to share this and celebrate this with you all. Teddy, do you want to say anything before we head out?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. I'm so stoked to hear this amazing rock Roots Revival Chamber Pop album. I'm stoked for it, and it's great to meet Kelly and Aaron, and great to chat with everyone who's in the audience. So yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. Kelly, how about you?
Just a huge thank you to everybody. This was so much fun. I love playing games, and I am also very excited for the EP to be released into the world. I may or may not have gotten a bit of a sneak peek, so I know you're in for a treat.
She did, and that reminds me, there was one more thing I was supposed to tell you guys. I was supposed to announce what the first single is going to be. So I think Adam Fox or Eddie in the chat room. He actually co-produced and co-created the first single that we're releasing from the EP, which is called "The Isle and the Sea," so a water song for Tennyson here. And Tennyson actually has a song coming out in August, right?
Yes, I do.
What's it called again? It's about the shore.
Yeah, it's called Life on Shore.
Life on
It's about the shore, but really it's about the ocean, about living on the ocean. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yes. Okay, great. So watch out for that. You guys will get links to where you find these guys' music in my emails and whatnot. I think Aaron's got them in the chat room here too. Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for the Isle in the Sea. You can pre-order the EP on my website right now, and I'll let you know more specific details about dates and stuff as soon as we have them approved by the distributors. And this has been awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'll stick around in the chat rooms, but we are going to turn off screens now. Bye. Bye, Tennyson. Bye, Kelly. Bye, Aaron. Thank you for helping. And bye, everybody. See you next time.